Hello and welcome to episode 25 of my Archipelago assisted randomizer. Back to Factorio, but we still do not have plastics or circuits. In fact, we didn't really get anything useful from anyone, which is a shame, but we shall continue on with the prep work. So the things we want to get done today will be to, one, get the remainder of this research sorted, which, by the looks of it, we have one piece left. Which may or may not be something useful. It's not a progression item, so I suspect it's not useful. And then after that, we want to get all of our petrochemical stuff sorted. Now, how many of these did we make? Probably not enough. Let's see. So let's give it a gap of 2. And then I need gap of 2, 1 for battery output. And then from this side, similar sort of thing, gap of 2, extra 2 so that we can filter things through and pipe things through. Okay, batteries go there. The next thing is actually sulfuric acid that we need to prep. Oh yeah. So batteries need an input of copper and iron. Sulfuric acid needs an input. I think we actually have this of iron and sulfur. We can pull the iron off here. And then plastics. So you're going to have the input there and you're just going to have water here. So we can probably give you a bit more space. We should give them a bit more space. Should I give them dedicated inputs? Doesn't really matter all that much if we do or we don't. So you're going to have sulfur coming in from this side. And then we want the output from the plastics. Plastics require coal as an input and then refinery gas. Let's actually do some of this pipe work. Let's go there for the refinery gas. You're pulling water. Okay. We can pull in the iron from this side. Okay. How do I want to cross these over? There's no reason not to just do it this way. Okay, what was that? Pale ore. That's actually nice to have. I have trapped myself. There we go. Could space them out a little more, but we don't need to. Also, if we're going to do it that way, we don't need that. Or this inner one. And then we can either pull out from this side, or I think we probably will pull out from this side. Sulfur can come up here. Probably the direction that this is going to end up going. Okay, so your plastics. C, explosives. If this is a coal line, then we can pull the coal for the explosives off of that. So run the explosives this way. Explosives also need sulfur and water. They'll get sulfur from the line that's below them. Oh, right, yeah, that's not disabled or enabling this one. So 5 more. Do we have the materials? 5 more? We do. Yes, we have gun turrets. We can actually put up defenses. Might be worth us doing that. No need to at the minute, but eventually we're going to need to. This forest here is going to die, as is this one and this one, so this one here will probably keep us protected for a long time. So yeah, we should probably put up some sort of wall up here. Okay, so that's explosives. This is the output of sulfur, which we also want to bring up to here. And that's output for plastics. We are going to need to bring the sulfur out of here. Sulfur for the chemicals. This is not going to be enough of these, almost certainly. We're going to have to expand it out. Sulfur we can do. Okay. This one's a little bit more complicated. Okay, and let's put refinery gas here. Okay. I forgot to check my microphone before we started recording, but it looks like it's fine. Hopefully you can't pick up the power washer or whatever's going on outside. It sounds like a power washer or something. Okay, sulfur doesn't need any other inputs, it just needs outputs. It actually produces pretty quickly, so this is all kinds of wrong. Explosives. Ah, no, that's the problem. This is plastics. This is supposed to be explosives. That's why this is all kinds of wrong, because that's not how this is supposed to be set up. Explosives just require water. Okay, there we go. These are sulfur. Goes out onto there. That does present a problem for getting sulfur into there. What can I do about this? Aside from that, I suppose we could shift the entire thing over slightly. But that does the trick at least. Okay. And then you are pulling in... Okay, this wants to be water, so we need to connect this to this. Okay. Binary gas into here, which will be plastics, explosives. This one, right, okay. Actually, let's flip the order of these. There we go. So this is water. And this will be refinery gas. Okay. So that's sulfur prepped. This will be for explosives, this will be for plastics. This is for sulfuric acid, and then that'll be for batteries when we finally get to them. Let's finish setting these up. So plastics need coal as an input. We have the spare room to do this, so let's make sure we do it. Okay, you do need the iron. We're going to pull the iron from the belt above it? I think we should do. We may as well. It's gonna, or this belt needs to have iron on it, so... Those up. Really? I suppose. Okay, let's connect this up. I did already check. We can just wire this up fully. That does want to be just water. These don't get flipped around. And we actually have proper processing. Okay, so we need coal on that line there. Did we not build a third one? Oh, we have built three of them. Good. That'll keep us powered for a while. Can we do it from there? We can. Okay. Right. This one here, isn't it? No, it's the one above it. We had allocated this one for coal. These are inputs. That's an input. Yep. Plastic, coal and gas. So we need to flip that around. I wonder if we're getting to the point where we're going to need to actually have a red belt. Bring the coal over. It might be an idea. Yeah, there's a lot of things that eat off of this belt, so it is probably for the best that I did upgrade this. Eventually it would have caused a bottleneck. We can probably leave it there, but we'll bring it a little bit further along. Some more beds. We need to figure out where we're going to bring our purples in from as well. Purple science, that's going to be the next task to prep. I think that's as much as we need to do. That's probably more than enough. We're basically allocating the blue is going to come down on the other side of this. Is this how we've set it up? Actually, we've set it up wrong. Yeah, blue is currently set up to come down on the same side as grey, which is not what we want. Let's see. There we go. Prioritize the left side for military science. Which means chemical science will come this way. Okay, we do need to figure out how to get purples down here. The first things first, let's make sure we've got everything prepped. That we can get prepped. These require water as an input on one point and fluid on the other. I don't know which way round they are. Oops. Bring these down for now. Okay, do I want to add another pump for water? Just to increase its flow up here. Yeah, let's give water a little bit more push. Okay, sulfur's ready. What will be plastics is ready. Let's run the command now since it's ready but we don't have it. Hint. Plastics. Rancid Egg, City of Tears, Pleasure House. We need 2 keys. We're going to need to find 2 simple keys for Hollow Knight. Because we need, unless there's, let's get the other location. How many hints do we have left? Two more? Yeah, we have 2 more hints. Let's get the other one. Hint. Progressive. Because we know where one of them is. We have one of them. Oh, what the hell is it called? My mind is blanking on it. Progressive what? Advanced electronics? Aurora, Seamoth Bay. Okay. So if we can get 1 key, then the repulsion cannon. Then we can also get... is it repulsion or propulsion? I forget which one. Then that'll give us access to that. I want to run those other commands. 1 sec while I manipulate my OBS. I need to load up the text client. Twice, in fact. Load text client. Connect to localhost. Okay, add window capture, new window capture. Is that the one? That's the one. Put that in the center, please. Transform. Where are they? Center to screen. There we go. So let's log in Hollow Knight first, because almost certainly we obviously can't make any more progress on this. So any simple key that we can find must be in Subnautica. So slot name Skid Hollow Knight. Hint simple key. Disease Research Facility. We can get to that now. The Disease Research Facility is actually 800 deep. So we may have to run things slightly out of order. What we may have to do is have Subnautica on Wednesday and then Hollow Knight on Friday, so that we can get ourselves the key. But the other thing that we need to find is where the last, I think it's propulsion cannon fragment? Or is it repulsion cannon fragment? I'm going to spell it wrong either way. It's propulsion cannon fragment. Let me check this, because there's two slightly different things. We also have the arm fragment that we could try and find. How many more checks can we do? Okay, we've got 75 points. We can run a few more checks. Subnautica. Propulsion cannon fragment. Propulsion cannon, Subnautica. Is that the basic one? That is the basic one. Okay. Let's run the command again in case there is another fragment somewhere else. Okay, we can't get that. They're both in tier 5 and we need plastics first. In which case, how about hint potion arm fragment? I think we need one more of those. No, not cannon. Wiki. Prawn suit, please. Subnautica. Where are your arms? Drill arms, grapple arms. Propulsion cannon. It's not the same thing, though. Okay, so that's all stuff we found before. It shouldn't have deducted any points for that. So what does it refer to the propulsion arm for? Or is it just functionally identical to the propulsion cannon tool? It can lift any... You still find it as fragments though. But what I don't remember is whether or not you find the propulsion cannon or whether you find the propulsion cannon arm. The other option would be grapple arm. Hint. Prawn. Boots. Propulsion. Cannon. Radiant. There we go. Okay, we can get that. This is going to make an interesting week because we may have to jump back and forth between games. So, we found one fragment. I don't remember how many we need. Let me open up my video from last week. Let's make sure that's muted. Because fairly early on I opened up my PDA and have a look through it. There's the prawn suit. There's the propulsion cannon. We only need 2 parts of it, but we can't get it. Go on, scroll down a bit further. There it is. Okay, we only need 1 more part for the propulsion cannon arm. You know what? We could make this episode, let's collect these things. Because the only other thing we can do is prep for purple science. Which obviously we can't start without plastics, which we've already established. Where is it? It's in the pleasure house, so that requires a key. Didn't that... oh yeah, we ran simple key, but we ran that in a different window. That simple key we know is in the Seamoth Bay, if memory serves correctly. Ah no, Robert, sorry, the Progressive Advanced Electronics is in the Seamoth Bay. Whereas the simple key is in the Disease Research Facility. So we definitely need to play Subnautica, but in order for us to finish the prawn suit, we need to get Kingdom's Edge. Oh, we need to get that item from Kingdom's Edge. Okay. I think what we will do is, for today, we're going to continue on with at least some prep work for purple science. We also need to get the iron and copper up to the batteries. So we'll finish off that. And then we'll probably still have Hollow Knight tomorrow and Subnautica on Friday. But there's going to be some time jump shenanigans. What's going to happen is we'll get the item we need from Hollow Knight, and then I'll stop recording there, record what I need to in Subnautica, and then jump back to Hollow Knight, but the Hollow Knight will still be just one video. We won't split it into. I think that'll be the plan. Okay. Right. So, no, don't go to a new window. It's a good job you went to that one rather than something else. Rightio. Let us continue in a second. Okay, I had to step away from the computer for a second. So, I have gone through things and reordered things. The order of operations is basically Wanderer's Journal's Kingdom's Edge entrance will get us the prawn suit propulsion cannon fragment. That'll get us access to Aurora Seabay PDA, which will get us advanced electronics. While we're there, we may as well get Diseased Research Facility, Lower Alien Data Terminal, which will get us our simple key. That gets us into the Pleasure House, which gets us plastics. And that unblocks us for both Tier 4 and Tier 5 research. So, we need to figure out where we're going to put Tier 5, but before that, we need to get copper plates and iron plates up to there. Copper plates are going to be the propulsion one because they're all the way down here. Oh no, we have some here. We have some here, and we have... Yes. That works nicely, that does. And we may as well take this lino iron as well. We'll have to do a little bit of messy work with it. Oh no, we don't have to. We can do that instead. Okay, now I need to be mindful of the fact that this is going to need expanding. 12 of them is not going to be enough in the long run. While I'm thinking about it, actually, there's one thing that we should check. What do we need to build our rocket? Energy shield equipment. It's the basic version, could be worse. Distractor capsules, they're not too bad. And rocket fuel, that's simple enough. Okay, let's... Let's take them from here. Okay, so that sorts out batteries. And actually, sulfuric acid, that should allow us to craft this as well, although we have forgotten something. We have forgotten something in relation to the sulfuric acid. We need to actually feed it the sulfur. Now, how do we get power to that thing? That does the trick. There we go. Okay, sulfuric acid. Do we not have any more tanks? We don't. Let's expand the number of tanks we have down here. 2, 4, 6. We are going to need to make lubricant somewhere, not that we can do it in a minute. I do kind of want to double the amount of tanks I have, so there's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 more for sulfuric acid. Are you connected off there? You're connected off there. Okay, so we don't need that. Sulfuric acid, we'll bring it up here. Let's tank it here. It's not like we need as much of it as this, but we may as well get things prepped. Okay, so that's sulfuric acid ready. Apparently this belt is not moving fast enough. Okay, so we absolutely do not need the amount of sulfuric acid production we've got going there, but this can be expanded out in both directions. So, purple science, purple science. First things first, let's figure out how the hell we're going to get it down to the science labs. So, we could bring it in here, we could bring it in here. Because of the things we need to make it, we should make it in this area here. Which means we're going to need to bring stone up there. Or rails. We need to bring either rails up there or stone up there. I need to actually get some of this being produced as well. We need to have 1,000 refined concrete for the rocket launch pad. We haven't randomized the pad recipe, so we do in fact need to actually still make it. Need iron rods and steel. Steel is all the way up here. We could pull off this line here to bring it down. Okay, yeah, we can get the steel down here. If we're going to do that, then we should probably make the rails down here and send the rails back up top, because I think they more or less take the same kind of recipe, just without the water. And the concrete is just raw stone. Yeah. Okay. All of this and it's still not producing enough. You're done. You're done. We could add some more here. I'll have to make do for now. I'm a little surprised we haven't saturated this thing yet. I suppose that's almost full. It's getting to the point, but still. Anyway, we need to bring steel down. We also need to bring iron down. So we have steel here. Let's do this way. We don't need much of it. Can't bring iron down in the same line. I have to find another route for iron. Steel can come down there. We need to get iron into that. We'll figure out which one or which way around we're going to do that in a bit. bring iron the long way round. Could bring iron down along this side. It's not going to get around that, but we have landfill. So we could just shift this over a little bit. Let's have a bit more landfill. Where did we have you sitting? You're there. Okay, so that brings these over. Iron rods. Okay, and bring that along there. Okay, I see how I'm going to do this. Not 100% sure on the rails just yet, but... Gets those. That will give us both pieces that we need for this. We forgot to go grab some of those. Let's just do the rest of this now. I don't need you crafting fast. You can take as long as you like. I do, however, need this to come along, which means we need this to rotate away. Can you do me a favor and prioritize output on the left-hand side? Let's go get ourselves some more underground belts. Right, let's see. Stone, steel, and sticks. Maybe a water into there, that's not a problem. We can do that from over here. Okay, good. That doesn't need to be quick, so that's fine. Nails. We have the landfill. I'm feeling like we should just take it straight the way across the river. Although I'm not entirely sure what's directly across the river, so that may not be a viable option. Oh, balls. We can't actually get this output in at full speed just yet. That's fine. Okay. Oh, because we've got stack inserters, this works anyway. Okay. So that's going along. We need... bring these up. They're going to end up being around about here. Right? Just going to end up closer to here. If we can send them through here, then that at least gets them up. Let's figure out where they're going first. So... we've left ourselves a nice little space here that we can bring purple science down through. On either side. I think we'll bring it around this way. Purple science wants basically the same amount of production as... oh no, it doesn't, it needs less. It produces 3 slightly quicker, so we can probably get away with just 8 of them. So let's go with 1, 2, 3, 4. That can be purple science. Why does it need 30 rails? Why does it have to be 30 damn rails? So many. Okay, and then the other things, productivity module. So 21. We need to get stone brick up here as well. Let's have the productivity modules here. We'll just go 4x4 here as well, because it'll back up. And then on the other side, do we actually have access to... we may have had a single cliff explosive. Maybe we'll shift the entire thing over by 1. Here's our steel. I do kind of want that to be here. These make every 5 seconds. So 1 every 5, this is every 20. 1 of these fuels 4 of these. So these 3 here are enough. Although I may bring them down a tad. Just for the sake of being able to get 2 belts on this side. Lava there. No, we can do that. We can work with that. So on the far belt, we need whatever is the single least required element of this. Advanced circuits. So advanced circuits go on the far belt, and then we need iron and steel. There's our steel. Or our stone and steel. Where's the nearest stone? I know we're bringing stone up for something. I just forget where the devil with it is. Maybe we're not. We're not, are we? Okay, so we do need a path for stone. Do we have another stone mine nearby? I mean, there's a lot of stone here, but it's just so small and compact. There's one down there. Maybe a problem for next week. We figured out roughly where things want to be, it's just a matter of actually building them. And while this is a mess, even if I tidied it up, we're not going to get many more of these on here. If we want to increase the output of this, then what we're going to need to do is increase the add speed modules to them. Yeah, I think we'll probably leave it there for today. We've got a decent idea of what we're doing. We've prepped as much as we can for chemical science. We know where we're going to put... this is utility science, isn't it? No, production science. We know we're going to put this. We have this all ready and set up. We know that we want to have rails here, rails here. And then the output of this. Actually, let's do this one above so we don't have to cross over so much. So this can come up. Along this. Oh wait, no, that's not quite right. There we go. And these two can basically share the same green and or the same belt for green and red, which we'll worry about later. So yeah, we'll call it there for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back again on Wednesday, where we will go into... Well, we actually have to double back to something first before I forget about it. We forgot to take on, not Dung Defender, the White Defender, I think it is. We've got to take that on. So we'll go do that, and then we'll wander into Kingdom's Edge. By the sounds of it, the journal is right at the entrance there. So we will grab that. Probably do Tower of Love and then pause while we go and do the stuff for Subnautica. But yeah, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the show, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Cheerio.